There's something deeply unsettling about witnessing someone on the edge of collapse, especially when that person is staring straight at you, fingers knotted in their hair, eyes wide with raw, unfiltered fear. This is Le Désespéré, the desperate man. And the face looking back at us, it belongs to the artist himself, Gustave Courbet. But this isn't just a self-portrait. It's a young man documenting something far more complicated than despair. Painted sometime between 1843 and 1845, when Courbet was in his early 20s, this work captures him in a moment that feels almost uncomfortably intimate. His hands are thrust into his dark, tousled hair, fingers spread and tense. His eyes, those piercing, wide-open eyes, lock onto ours with startling directness. The composition is deliberately claustrophobic. Courbet fills the frame with his face and hands, leaving almost no space to breathe. The background, dark, indistinct, almost airless. It gives us no context, just this confrontation, him and us. Now look at how the light works here. It falls from the left, illuminating the right side of his face, while the rest sinks into shadow. This technique, chiaroscuro, the contrast between light and dark, heightens the drama. Even his white collar catches the light, drawing our eye upward, straight into that gaze that refuses to let us go. But here's what makes this painting fascinating. Courbet wasn't necessarily desperate, and the title, Le Désespéré, it was likely added later. In reality, he was experimenting, using himself as a model to explore expression, emotion, and human authenticity. This was his training ground, his way of learning to paint not idealized heroes or saints, but real people. The Romantic movement still dominated art in the 1840s, full of dramatic gestures, storms, and suffering. But Courbet was already pushing towards something else, realism. He believed art should show life as it actually was. And in Le Désespéré, we can see that belief forming. This is no theatrical agony. This is the human face in distress, raw and honest. Even the paint tells part of the story. The brushwork here feels confident and expressive, less polished than academic portraits, more alive. It hints at the physicality that would define his later masterpieces, like The Stone Breakers or A Burial at Ornans. Courbet would go on to become one of France's most controversial artists. He painted peasants with the same dignity as nobles. He scandalized juries, rejected conventions, and later, for his role in the Paris Commune, he was even imprisoned. But here, in this early self-portrait, you can already see that defiance, the willingness to show what others hide, the refusal to look away. This painting wasn't exhibited during his lifetime. It only gained recognition in the 20th century. Today, it's held in a private collection, unseen by most of us. And yet, its image has become iconic, reproduced, analyzed, and felt by millions. Why? Because there's something timeless in that stare, a kind of emotional exposure we all recognize, even if we can't quite name it. By choosing to paint himself this way, Courbet revealed something powerful about art itself. To create authentically, you have to risk being seen, truly seen. You have to be willing to feel deeply, maybe even desperately. That wild-eyed young man would need that intensity for what lay ahead. So when you look at Le Désespéré, you're not just witnessing drama. You're witnessing a young artist learning how to transform raw emotion into paint, and in doing so, creating something that still reaches across nearly 2 centuries. What paintings should we explore next? Leave your ideas in the comments. I'd love to know which works of art speak to you.